Happy Mother's Days to our viewers who are mothers, who are aunts, grandparents, and we are very much proud of you. And tonight, William Samuel Ruto is going to address the nation. And I can tell you the reason why he's addressing the nation. He's going to address the nation because his 2023 finance bill is not popular with Kenyans. Is not going down well, and I believe the NIS has told him as much. And again, when you look at the taxation of the civil servant, the housing projects, and such things, they are not going on well. And his popularity rating is going down every day. Jana tulimsikia akimwambia Raila Amolo Odinga, unaweza kunishida kwa historia, lakini si kwa uchumi. But this is wrong. This is not true. Ruto, in the first place, admits that Raila is a genius. Raila is one person who is very, very much respectable. Raila Amolo Odinga is a pragmatic leader. And Raila understands the history and the economy of this country. And by the way, the history and the economy of a country are usually intertwined. If you want to improve the economy of any country, you must also understand the history of that country. And if there's one person who understands the economy of this country, it is Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila knows what the economy needs for it to recover. And what many people don't know is that Raila and Kibaki were together from 2002 in 2013, 2012, when the economy of this country was growing at a lightning speed. Again, something else that many people have never known is that Raila Amolo Odinga was behind the Thika Superhighway. He is the brainchild of the Thika Superhighway and the many infrastructures that you see. Because you remember, most of you may have forgotten, he was the Minister for Roads and Public Works. And he came up with a bypass, many bypasses. Now, wakati alikuja na this idea of bypass, many people do not even know the meaning of bypass. Many people do not understand. Remember that famous supermarket, was it Naivas? What was the name of the supermarket? That was along Vic Road. And when it was brought down, many people started complaining. Today, many people are happy about Thika Superhighway. Again, it is Raila who declared free primary education in 2001. And that was around August. And by December, January, we saw, after Mwai Kibaki was sworn in, January, we saw the free primary education being implemented. And truth be told, that free primary education has changed this country, has improved the economy of this country. Many children who are not going to school were able to go to school. And then, you see that Raila does not understand the economy of this country? Again, something else is that Raila carries the history of this nation. And it is by studying history, it is only by understanding history that you can be able to tell where you are and can be able to predict the future. The past explains the present and predict the future. And that is what William Samuel Ruto is lacking. Ruto has little understanding of the economy. And you remember, the other day he was telling us that he has stabilized the economy. But truth be told, the economy is in turmoil. And when he was saying this, I think that is what William Samuel Ruto thought, that he has stabilized the economy. But the truth of the matter is that the economy is on its deathbed. Ruto is one person who relies on a cabinet that is very, very incompetent. When you look at his team, the team really does not understand the economy. And again, we have seen the dollar becoming very scarce. We have seen the inflation hitting sky high. Wakati ambapo anasema anaelewa uchumi, ni uchumi gani ambapo anauelewa? If the cost of living is still a big challenge, if the investors are still freeing our country, and then William Samuel Ruto is telling us that he understands the economy. And again, we are learning through David D that the Huslers Fund was and is a scam. And it's just a matter of time. Indeed, rumors has it that it's just about to collapse. The government to government oil importation is another scam. And this is where most of the people in Kenya Kwanza are going to mint millions and millions of money. Again, the fertilizer subsidy was also a scam because it is believed that Russia gave free fertilizer, but it was sold to farmers at Kenya shilling 3,500. And it is David D who is saying this. David D was telling us just the other day that William Samoei Ruto's government is spending too much. William Samoei Ruto's cabinet secretaries are hovering around the globe. They are globe trotting. Na wakati wanafanya hivi mwananchi anazidi kulia. Again, when we see Raila and Kibaki, when they were in power, the salaries of civil servants were tripled, truth be told. Kama kuna watu ambao walikuwa wanapata mshahara wa kijugujiko ni polisi, hususan wale wa jela, walikuwa wanalipa I think Kenya shilling 7,000. But today, they are proud officers, and even the teachers, even the civil servants. But now, what have we seen during William Samoei Ruto's era? He is raiding the payslip of civil servants. He is milking everybody. And again, that idea of raiding payslips without even increasing their salaries is something that is making him to address the nation today. And again, when you look at William Samoei Ruto, you can only say that for 8 months now in office, he has not been able to bring anything tangible. Show me any one thing that is tangible. You can say that for the last since the last 8 months, since he took over power, he has been able to do this. There's no much he has done. Again, when you look at William Samoei Ruto, in Africa, there is no way, and in fact not in Africa, no country has ever developed by taxing its citizens, by taxing the civil servant. Hilo ni jambo ambalo halijawahi kuonekana mahali popote pale. And if you look at the way South Korea and Malaysia were able to rise, were able to move very fast, you realize that it is through deliberate means to improve the economy. It is not through taxation. There's nothing wrong with collecting taxes. But now when you overburden Kenyans with taxes, then it becomes very, very difficult for the economy to improve. Again, when you look at William Samoei Ruto, he lacks a rallying call to rally the nation towards something. And ukiuliza mtu yeyote wakati wa Kibaki, kila mtu alikuwa anajua ya kwamba Mwai Kibaki had a rallying call, the working nation. Working nation. And everybody was working. Everybody was happy trying to see where the country was headed to. Again, you remember it is Mwai Kibaki who came with Vision 2030. And this was a very good idea. But how many times have you heard William Samoei Ruto even talking about Vision 2030? What is the vision from William Samoei Ruto? If you may be asked, utakuwa ya kwamba hakuna mtu ambaye anaelewa what drives him. Again, have you heard William Samoei Ruto talking anything against corruption? Hatujaona wakati hata mmoja. This means that one of the areas that our money is going to drain is through corruption. Kwamba watu wanalipa kodi lakini haoni matokeo. Truth be told. And it is high time that William Samoei Ruto try to do something so that he can bring this economy the way it's supposed to be, where it's supposed to be. He need to stabilize this economy. Kwa sababu unapoangalia utapata kwamba watu wengi wanazidi kuumia, watu wengi wanazidi kulalamika. And once he addresses the nation today, we are hoping that he is going to do what is expected of him. Kenyans need nothing short of can bring down the high cost of living. Kenyans expect the price of commodities to come down, and sio siasa kila wakati. And again, why it is wrong to say that Raila Amolo Odinga can only understand the history but not the economy. I think what William Samoei Ruto should do is to learn from Raila Amolo Odinga. He can borrow a lot from Raila Amolo Odinga. He can ask him, or how are we supposed to approach this issue? Tunafaa kufanya nini? Tunafaa kulichukulia jambo hili vipi? Because you see, Raila Amolo Odinga also understand the geopolitics of this country, and that's why he has very good international connections. But when you look at William Samoei Ruto is learning to skip the rope, and that is why it is taking so much time to bring any development, to bring any tangible results, if you ask me. When you look at William Samoei Ruto, he has a lot of energy, yes, but this energy, you realize that it is being used in politics. One area that he can outwit Raila Amolo Odinga, it is propaganda. William Samoei Ruto is a very good leader when it comes to propaganda, and it's an art of war. You realize that William Samoei Ruto spends too much time politicking instead of bringing the economy back to where it is supposed to be. Unapoangalia Mwai Kibaki ambaye alisema kwamba yeye ndiye mwalimu wake, alijifunza kutokana naye. Unapoangalia Mwai Kibaki took very little time to discuss politics. Indeed, kile ambacho alifanya na kimfanya hata katiba ikashindwa, the Wako draft, so it was defeated, I think in 2004, is because he was concentrating so much on the economy and not politics. And unapoangalia vile vile utaona kwamba wakati ambapo aliapishwa, alianza mara moja kung'ang'ania au kuania urais tena in 2027, and a year is not gone, but you have seen William Samoei Ruto campaigning every day, every Sunday na mambo kama hayo. Lakini unajua, kiongozi ambaye ana maono, kiongozi ambaye ana mwelekeo ambao unafaa, kiongozi ambaye anataka kulipeleka taifa katika mahali ambapo panafaa, what he normally does is to focus on the strength of the labor force, the strength of the country. Kwa sababu unapoangalia hata watalii, utaona kwamba watalii ni kana kwamba siku hizi ni kama wanakwepa Kenya. And we have seen during the reign of William Samoei Ruto, Tanzania is almost closing the gap. And by the time William Samoei Ruto will be done by the first term, I can tell you that Tanzania is likely to have overtaken Kenya as far as economy is concerned. And that is why you see many investors now are preferring Tanzania, not Kenya. So during that debate, let's wait around 7 p.m. That is when he's going to give that important interview. It is very, very important to listen to him. We are going to give a critical analysis after that debate. Bye-bye.